You're listening to Rock at Night.
Rock at night, we rock all day. Rock at night just to get some pay. We're ready to love, I'm only this time. A night, right.
This is Charisse with Rock at Night, and today we are speaking with Caitlin Krisko and the Broadcast. We've been reviewing her work the last year, a few singles. We just reviewed Let It Ride. I love your video. So let's talk about some of the music you've been doing recently, your new album coming out, and your UK tour. Hey, Caitlin.
How's it going? It's wonderful to be here, Charisse.
Yay. So Let It Ride, that looked like a fun video. You were at an amusement park, it looked like.
It was very fun. It was actually the North Carolina State Fair. Came to Asheville, North Carolina, and it happened to be the week that we needed to film footage for the lyric video. And so it felt like a really natural fit with the title of the song being Let It Ride.
Really, really rockin' tune. Slight Southern rock lilt there. But a lot of your music definitely is soulful R&B. It's all over the board, but your voice is so good.
Thank you so much. Yeah, there's definitely an undeniable element of Southern rock in our music because my band is from the South. All of my band members are tried and true, authentic Southern boys. And so it's not even something that we try to put into the music. It's not something that's a deliberate infusion. It just is in the blood of my band members. And I love that influence in our music, especially as a Detroit girl who was raised in New York City. It's really fun to have that flair in our music in an authentic, organic way.
Another pretty face with a devastating beauty aside. She was lightning in a bottle so bright. Every day is like an empty stage. Turn and take another bite. Who does she see in the mirror at night? And who will it be in the morning light? She's gone with the wind, got her head in the sky.
did you move to New York City? Did you spend most of your youth there or what?
Most of my formative years, yes. So I lived in the suburbs outside of Detroit until I was 13, and then I lived in New York City from 13 to 26.
Wow. So you're totally a city girl. Was that a culture shock going to North Carolina?
Absolutely, it was a culture shock. I think touring is a culture shock. I think my life is a culture shock constantly, which is something I absolutely love about it. I love being introduced and integrated into different communities and cultures. And so it was wonderful moving out of the city as a young adult and moving into an extremely beautiful natural environment. It inspired a lot and changed a lot in me in the best ways.
I've seen you played at some festivals, lock-ins, a bunch of festivals in Virginia.
Yes,
Yeah.
Virginia's a really great state for live music. Floyd Fest also takes place there, Rooster Walk Festival. We were actually really honored this year at Floyd Fest, which is one of the larger festivals on the East Coast of the United States. They passed the torch of the Buffalo Mountain Jam to us as a band. The Buffalo Mountain Jam is the super jam that happens at midnight every year on Saturday at the festival that brings together all of the headlining acts of the festival to play different cover songs and to have like just a massive super jam. So that's incredible for us because now we have the opportunity to perform with so many amazing artists and musicians and to curate a beautiful jam with some of our icons.
So like I think like Tedeschi and Trucks have been on
Correct.
stage. Chris Robinson, a lot of my favorites, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Grace Potter.
I love her.
The Wood Brothers were there this year. So it's a wonderful festival, and we're very honored to be a part of their family, genuinely.
Mm-hmm. You're coming out with a new album, Heirloom. What's going on with the album, and what can you tell us about it?
I am genuinely so thrilled about this album release. It feels like the first time that the art and the timing of the release of the art are really in tune with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so proud of these songs. I'm so proud of this record. And we will be releasing it early 2026. We've got a few more singles that we're going to be releasing, and we're actually in December going to head to the UK on tour, and we're bringing a limited edition physical EP called Keepsake that is only available at those shows. It's not going to be online. It's not going to be available anywhere except for the shows if you're at them. And maybe if, you have an inside connect like you.
Yeah, well, I presume you'll be signing those bad boys as well when you're there.
We will, but before, every heirloom begins as a keepsake. And so Keepsake is going to be the first 6 songs off of Heirloom, and it will be a collector's item EP that people can purchase at shows.
So everything's symbolic, the name on. That's
Very much
great. So people better hurry up to the merch booth there and get you to sign and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's really exciting to feel like there's a very three-dimensional quality to this album, even down to the color choices and choosing kind of a really like warm golden hour sepia toned color palette for the release. And just to have the time and the space to be very intentional with all of the choices, even down to the type of font and the type of music videos we're creating. It's so beautiful to have the space to be creative in an intentional way. And to see people really respond to that is also like a total thrill for us.
They say the seed don't bloom in an hour. A stone won't smooth with ease. If you're living for tomorrow, baby, what you wanna never come to be. 'Cause you don't wanna rush, just let it breathe. Feed the fire as you watch it grow. Every breath, honey, can't you see? You don't need to speak, your body knows. Slam down on the hammer. Hard times turn to cold. It takes time.
let's talk about the UK a bit. Is this your second tour, or how many? You've been to the UK before,
We
obviously.
have. So this will be our second headlining tour. It's our third tour total. We opened up for Robert John and the Wreck the first time, which was a beautiful opportunity that opened up a lot of doors for us to return. So we returned last year, and then the tour in December. I'm actually really proud to say I booked every single show for our UK tour.
Yourself? Holy
Yes, we don't
cow.
have a booking agency over there yet.
Wow.
And I just didn't want to wait and didn't want to wait for someone else to do it for us and felt a real commitment to returning back to the fans there because they're showing such devotion to us.
Mhm.
And I said, where there's a will, there's a way, and I'm going to make it happen. And I'm very proud that we're going to be heading over there. I think it's for 13 shows, 12 or 13 shows across the country.
So you just contact the venues directly and they're
Correct.
receptive like that?
Oh, I was cold calling, honey. It was
Wow.
1979 again.
Wow. Because, I mean, it's funny. People in venues are so much more approachable over there. Here, they close the
Britain is
door in your
beautiful. I love
face.
the UK.
Yeah. It's just the warm reception. Even when I go there to cover shows, holy hell, even emails, they respond to my emails.
I know.
Here,
I
you just
know.
get blown off.
There's a real embrace of community in the UK that I appreciate very deeply. I also love that there seems to be a genuine appreciation for like sassy American women over there, which
Mhm.
I definitely am one.
Mhm.
So it's really fun to be kind of endeared by them in that way. I love that. And to really be embraced by the blues community has been awesome. I love it. I love the blues rock scene over there very much.
No, they're totally into it. And it's funny, you can fill a venue on a Sunday night, whereas
Hmm.
here, or like a Tuesday or something, and it's packed and their
I know.
enthusiasm. Tell me about the crowds over there.
Well, you're not wrong about that at all. That's one of the most thrilling parts about the UK is when you go over there, it can be a Monday night, a Tuesday night, and no matter if you're in Leeds or Manchester or Colston, the streets are packed, the pubs are full, the picnic tables outside are filled, people are laughing, they're talking, they're connecting. The music venues are being attended, and there's a real hunger and appreciation for music that is so exciting to be a part of over there that it's enough for us to keep coming back, and it's enough for us to continue investing in going overseas and touring and planning those tours a year in advance. I think I started working on this tour like just about a year ago and was determined because I knew it couldn't be more than a year before we came back.
Well, I'm impressed that you did this on your own, to be
Thank you.
honest. I know how hard it is. And
It's
not
not
dealing
for
with
the
a
faint of
booking.
heart.
It's intimidating for a lot of people.
Absolutely. Yeah. If pretty much I always say to people, you can feel confident with like a 5 to 7% return of engagement rate with your bookings. If you get 10%, you're crushing it. So for every 100 emails you send, you'll get 10 yeses if you're lucky. And it doesn't matter how talented you are or there's so many variables that go into booking a show and landing that night and that time slot. There's a persistence that is required. And I have a deep gratitude for booking agents that are good at their
Oh,
jobs.
yeah. And there's just a lot more venues over there. Here, especially a lot of the independent ones are closing. Ones that they were hanging on during COVID, but now they're closing. And it's
Hmm.
sad because, they're not Live Nation. They're independent. I like that.
Yeah, that's very important. Independent venues and festivals are integral to the heartbeat and continuation of the live music community.
Mhm.
I mean, we can't only talk about Live Nation. If we're going to talk about that, we have to bring up iHeartRadio and how much corporate radio has impacted artists' ability to reach fans. One of the bigger reasons why we've been able to be found by music lovers and fans in the UK is because most of their radio stations are still publicly owned and they're able to choose their playlist. They're able to choose the songs that they add each week to their playlist and to their radio programs. We don't have that here any longer because of iHeartRadio, and that makes it really hard for musicians to get discovered.
It's a monopoly and they only feed you what they want you to hear.
Mhm.
That's it.
And that's the way people discovered music forever is
Mhm.
radio. That's a major part of the music culture.
Now, I was curious, a lot of your music has a real 70s classic rock flair. Did you listen to that growing up, or did your parents listen to that?
Definitely. Oh yeah, my parents were total 70s rock and roll fans, and I was absolutely raised on that type of music. I know all of my band members were too. And I think that's where you get that really wonderful, unique combination of sounds in our band, where I'm kind of from Detroit and New York, and it has that northern kind of metropolitan Motown, Bruce Springsteen, Aretha Franklin, Bob Seger vibe. But then my band members are all from the South. And so we've got a lot of influence of the Allman Brothers band and Muscle Shoals music and Southern rock music. And then actually our drummer's from California, so we also have a little bit of that like Eagles
Ah,
influence as well.
those are
So
all fantastic influences if you think about it.
we're very
Yeah.
lucky to
Yeah.
live in the time we live in to have those types of influences for sure.
And
And you can undeniably hear that in our music for sure.
I'm hearing a lot of young bands, Gen Z people playing music that sounds like classic rock. It's almost like a revival again.
I love the spirit of rock and roll.
Mhm.
I believe in it. I advocate for it. I
You
think
you even dress like it. I
I
notice
love it. I
on
think the
stage.
spirit of rock and roll is so fun. It's like it's playful, it's relaxed, it's confident, it's a party, it's a good time. I think there's like a defiance and a sticking it to the man energy to rock and roll. And I think people want that right now. People need it, they love it. I believe in it. I don't believe that rock and roll is dead at all. And I love that every time we get on stage, we breathe more life into it.
We're almost out of time, unfortunately, but I want to talk about some things that nobody has ever touched on with you. What are some things that you would want people to know about you or the band that never comes up? A
Well,
message or, but something about your shows?
I don't know. I have a deep, undying love affair with this cat right here.
What a beautiful cat. You're
This
squeezing it.
I could squeeze him all day long. He'll let me do whatever I want.
Oh.
This is Bowie, affectionately known as Bobo. He's a very good boy. He's a very good boy. What do I want fans to know that we've never been asked before?
Yeah.
Um, okay, here's something I love to advocate about with live music. I think that in an increasingly digital world, in an increasing screen time world, there is nothing more important and honestly more radical that we can be doing right now than creating in-person physical communities with people. I think that micro is a really powerful perspective right now because the macro is very overwhelming.
Mhm.
And a lot of the time we can't impact the macro, but we can impact the micro. And there is nothing more loving and safe than live music to create community around.
Yeah, I think a lot of people spend too much time in the house, behind the computer, not in the real world with no human interaction. And there's nothing like live music.
I love it. There's a sense of oneness, there's a sense of community, there's a sense of inclusivity. I love that there's a relatability when you go see a show, you listen to the songs, you relate it back to your life. The person next to you is doing the same thing, so you're relating to each other even in a nonverbal way. And I really I encourage people to buy tickets to concerts. I know there's a lot of conversation
Mhm.
about the price of tickets being
Yeah.
unaffordable, which is true for stadium shows, amphitheater shows, music festivals. That is true. I would never say that $150 or even $75 is
Mhm.
not a lot of money for people these days. Local music venues are still typically charging under $20 for tickets, and most of the time you're seeing more than one band in a night and you're being inspired, you're being put into a creative environment, you're connecting to other people. It reminds us of our humanity and our connection, and there's nothing more valuable than that.
It's cathartic and it's cheaper than therapy.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
is. It really is. It truly is. And I am so thankful for the people that own music venues and the people that pour that love into the music scene and industry, because we need those third spaces for people to be able to
And
gather in.
and we shouldn't forget about small local bands either,
Right.
because they work their butts off, and just because you haven't heard of them doesn't mean they're not great. Sometimes
Right.
my favorite bands are ones that nobody knows about. I just stumble upon, you know?
Absolutely. And also, not only that, but I could name 15 artists that I saw in a venue with under 200 people
Mhm.
less than 10 years ago who are now selling
Oh yeah.
20,000, 30,000 venue tickets at their shows.
Mhm.
No exaggeration.
I saw Youngblood a few years ago, and now look at him, you know?
Right. Yeah. I mean, I literally saw Marcus King in a
I
venue
love
in
him.
Asheville called Hole in the Wall with like four people. So,
Wow.
like, truly, like four people in the
Yeah.
room. And it just goes to like, that's what's so beautiful about going to local venues, going to small local venues, is you get to see the magic happening as it's happening. Like
And,
that moment.
and free concerts too. I saw Jelly Roll years ago for free, playing
Love
in
it.
a courtyard,
Yep.
you know?
Totally. Yeah, because typically by the time a band's even playing those events, they're already doing really well. They're already
Hmm.
working really hard. That's what I also say to people, like with the free events. I'm like, you do realize those are like very hard gigs to get. Those are coveted gigs. Like booking agents are fighting hard for those gigs. So
Hmm.
if there's a downtown after five or a Thursday jam or a Wednesday in the park, go to that show because you're probably going to see a Sierra Farrell. You're probably going to see a Caitlin Krisko on the broadcast, you
Hmm.
know? And yeah, it's
It's
awesome that cities do that.
it's funny. I hope people aren't getting complacent, because right after COVID, people were itching and craving human interaction and live music, and now I think they're getting back into their old ways again.
Which is why I love the job I have. I love that I have a pedestal and a podium where I can kind of be like, "Hey, no, 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 we're not gonna do that. Let's come, like, come on, let's have
Mhm.
fun. Like,
Mhm.
let's create some joy together. Let's remember that we are very much alive right now, and that one day we
Right.
will be. Come on, like, I don't know. I'm like
Hey,
very hyper aware of that, and I want to like create experiences and emotions for people.
are you coming back to Tampa Bay?
I hope so. I really do. I hope so. I actually submitted to the Blues International Blues Challenge in Chapel Hill because that's the closest
Hmm.
one to us. And the deadline's soon, and I haven't heard back, which I was a little surprised about. But hopefully, we'll get into that competition, and then we'll be able to like do the Memphis thing next year because I really want in on the blues circuit big time. I really do. I want in on the blues circuit. I'm ready to shake it up a little bit.
All right.
You
Well,
know?
we the blues circuit needs some more women. I know that.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like, there's like
There's kind
I
of a
feel like there's a very
shortage.
open spot
Yeah.
for what our band does in that
Yeah.
scene. I think especially a lot of the female fans would really appreciate.
Oh, big
Not only
time.
to mention my band is not bad on the eyes, so
I know I
we
took
got some
pictures of them. Everybody looks really photogenic. So,
we got some good eye candy in the band by design.
all righty. Well, thank you, Caitlin, for speaking with me.
A pleasure.
And I'm excited about you going to the UK, my favorite place, and making those people happy over there.
I love it. Thank you so much for taking the time to have this chat. This was so fun.
All righty. We'll see you later, fellow Detroit girl.
Yes, girl. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye bye. See you later.
You're listening to Rock at Night.